Hey YouTube, this is Joe from Balls Deep Reptiles, and this is an update to clutch number 1 of 2012. This was a male black pastel 100% het ghost, bred to what I thought was a 100% het ghost. And this is what makes me want, think don't count your chickens before they hatch, or opposite of that. Sometimes things look gloomier than they really are. I was a little upset at first with this clutch. First of all, that the champagne wasn't the father. And second of all, I had a feeling that the female was not a het ghost. Because it looked like I had 3 black pastels and 4 normals. Well, actually, what we got is, let me pull everybody apart here. We got 1 black pastel, 2 black pastel, 3 black pastel, 4 black pastel, 2 normals, and what I thought was a normal was this one, which is a ghost. So my female did prove out to be 100% het for ghost. Now we didn't hit on the double gene with the black pastel ghost, but that's okay, because I got another positive to this clutch. They're all females, all 7 of them. Of course, I'll re-sex them after they've shed and eaten. Before I sell anything, I'll re-sex them. But there are no hemipenes on any of these, and I'm pretty happy about that. So we got 4 black pastel females that are 66% het ghost or het hypo. We've got 1 ghost female and 2 66% het ghost females. And the black pastel male that I had, he passed away, was from Gulf Coast Reptiles, and they have a tendency to throw some blackbacks. He actually was a black pastel, and this one looks to be the best one so far, being blackback. Yeah, nice. I'll try to get the light, but good bit of black on her back. Yeah, I've seen people call things like this blackbacks. I mean, I guess she does have a black back, but she is a black pastel. So, and the other thing that's pretty interesting to me is, I'm going to show you this. This is one of the 66% pos het ghost girls. And let me put my lid back on here for a second. I have the het albino clutch. That was just 2 eggs, and it looks like they both just came out of the egg. And of course they're kind of dirty, but if you look at, it's kind of hard, it's going to be hard to do this and probably won't see it on camera, but if you look at the coloration of this girl as opposed to the coloration of these, put her next to him. I don't know, it's probably hard to see on camera, but she's definitely lighter and brighter, less speckling, cleaner looking pattern, which, doesn't really mean anything, I guess, but it's a good possibility that she is het ghost. But that's pretty much it for clutch number 1. That's clutch number 2. And clutch number 3 is not out of the egg yet. Those are all just hets. And surprisingly enough, which most people's seasons are finished, I'm just getting started. This will be, I think, my next female to lay. This girl is about 4,000 grams. She's full eggs. I can't palpate her because she's so big. She did her pre-lay shed. She's like 2 weeks out. Bred to the pinhead albino. This girl, oddly enough, is still breeding. My little lesser male het albino bred her. My Mojave, who has bred to she's in there with my leopard male right now, but he's a little gay yet still. But he'll come around. I just got to talk to him. The Mojave girl, I felt 7 marble-sized follicles in her yesterday. She's been bred to the Enchi and to the Champagne. And I think I got another little girl over here that has, I think, 4 eggs in her. She should be laying in a couple weeks. So I'm feeling follicles in a lot of these girls. Champagne's was locked up this morning with the ghost female, so we got another shot at proving him out to be het ghost, and hopefully get a couple mimosas. And that's where I got something that I've been wanting to, that kind of really upset me last night. For the people, you know, that look at ball pythons as, I want that, but I can't afford it. So when it comes down to the price of, you know, where I can afford it, then I'll buy one. You know, I can understand it in that sense. But, you know, I love my reptiles, don't get me wrong. It's not all about the money. Because I've heard people say that before. If it wasn't somewhat about the money, I wouldn't have, you know, 3 racks full of snakes. I would have 1 or 2, you know, of, you know, really something really nice. But because of my addiction of spending money on these, I have to recoup my investment. And I would also like to make a little bit of extra money. You know, to buy more stuff. And maybe buy, you know, eventually buy a house that I can put bigger, you know, bigger snake room in and make a business out of this. I'd like to do this for a living. I've worked for people for years, and I just don't want to do it anymore. I mean, I'm happy with the job I'm at now, but it's not permanent. It's a temporary job, and, you know, that's just me talking. But what really upset me is, you know, I bought this male Champagne last August. And actually, you know, it was a big investment, not for me, but for my parents. They loaned me the money to pay for him. I paid $22.50 shipped for him, with the possibility that, you know, I paid a couple bucks more, with the possibility that he is a het ghost. Last night, a friend of mine texted me a link to a Fauna Classified ad for 2 Champagne males, 2012 males, and a female. And the guy was asking $1,000 a piece for the males and $900 for the female. It hasn't even been a year, and the value, somebody's already trying to bring the value down to half of what it was last year. The way I look at it, I mean, yeah, they're going to come down because a lot of people bought Champagnes, a lot of people bred them, a lot of people produced Champagnes last year, or this year. I haven't even made one yet, and they're already half price. But, you know, in the same sense, you know, I just don't get it. Why would you? It's one thing if you want to hook up a friend or something like that, and, you know, you produced it. I've also had people, this is one thing that really irritates me, I've had people say, well, you produced it, so it didn't cost you anything. Well, if you think that heating this room to 80 degrees, heating all these racks, running an air conditioner 24 hours a day in a shed to, take care of the rats, feed the rats, pay for all the food, everything I have here, all these racks and everything, you think that doesn't cost anything, then you're crazy. But that's just the way people are. They just think, hey, this clutch that you just produced, they didn't cost you nothing, so you can sell them for nothing or give them away. No, it doesn't work that way. Then, I might as well just give my paycheck away every week, which is why I'm not married anymore, because I'm not doing that. But, that just kind of upset me. Now, the way to recoup that, and I think I'm starting to learn, I love the dominant and co-dominant genes, because you can produce stuff quickly with them. The problem is, everybody can produce stuff quickly with them, which is going to make the values drop very quick. The only way to increase your profit margin and to produce better animals is with hets or with recessive genes, which is why I produced the lesser het albino. Lesser albinos have been produced, have yet to see one for sale. Nobody's got one listed. So if I can produce one of those, or a few of those, yeah, I can get my money back. Same with the mimosas. Not a lot of people have produced mimosas, so their value is going to stay up for a little while. But for you guys that are investing in ball pythons as a business, you're going to need some recessives to make up the difference for the dominant genes that are being made really quickly. That's just how I feel. Unless you can afford to buy a banana, or a Coral Glow. That's, a little different. You're going to make your money back quickly. But producing, I did it last year, producing 35 lessers. I didn't make a whole lot of money. I moved a few of them out at, at cheaper prices, just to reduce my, my feeding and all that, my overhead. But the difference is I don't advertise them at those lower prices. I advertise them at the market price, which right now I've seen champagnes selling for, that people are listing them at $1,500. I've seen them at the shows. List it, if you're going to sell something on Fauna or King Snake or whatever, list it at $1,500. Somebody inquires about it and offers you $1,000. If you want to take it, go for it. But at least it's not out where everybody can see it. So now, every time I go to sell one of my champagnes, somebody's going to say, hey, Joe Schmo over here had his for sale for $1,000. How come you want $1,500? That's it. That's all I got to say about it. But I hope everybody's season's going great. I did want to do a shout out, I promised, to a guy that, he's a bigger breeder. I think he's on clutch 28 or something like that. He's just knocking it out of the park this year. But he doesn't seem to have a lot of subscribers, so I don't think people have found him. So if you're on my channel, go check him out. It's Gateway City Reptiles. When things start hatching over there, you're going to want to be subscribed to that guy, because he's going to be having, stuff popping out like crazy. So that's it. Anybody else I forgot? Sorry, but there's some new guys that, I've been watching and really happy with their videos. Reptile Swagger, he's got some cool new videos. He's got some stuff coming. I've been watching the, Phallus Blood. I've been watching your videos. I've been watching, of course, Hammertown Soldier, Diego from Play Ball, Lenny from LAC, who else? Sin City Snakes, Tyson, and I'm still thinking about those Het Labs, if you still got them, but I just can't come off the money. And, who else? Reptile Nexus, he's produced some really cool stuff this year too, so That's it. I'm at 14.5 minutes. I probably bored you. You probably already shut the camera or shut the video off. But thanks for watching. Peace out.